So today we are chatting with Robin Kurian, and we're going to chat about self-love and what that means to us. Thank you for joining us, Robin.
Thank you, Beth. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
thank you. So why don't we start out and you can tell the world a bit about yourself and your journey, because you're a businesswoman, you are in the entertainment, you are a media personality as well as a model. So tell us a little bit about your journey with that.
Yeah, so I am originally from Massachusetts and I moved to New York City 15 years ago, 2005. I moved here because I got cast as a co-host for a hip hop teen talk show, and it was a pilot. It didn't get picked up, but I still did not give up on my dreams. And I would work different jobs, just like a regular 9 to 5. And, but I still did my little hustle, my side hustle, which was like acting gigs. And then somehow I ended up working for a media outlet, and I ended up covering like different restaurants and just doing whatever the producer really asked of me to do. But the thing was, I wasn't getting paid like he told me I was. So what happened was he had said, you know what, Robin, you can cover whatever you want. So I was like, okay, cool. So I ended up, remember Maria Menounos? She's a host, really pretty Greek girl.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, she was in Access. I think she used to do Access Hollywood.
One of the Hollywood entertainment.
Yeah, entertainment host. She's great. So she had a health book, and so I went to her book signing to buy the book, but also I wanted to ask for an interview, and she had said yes. So I was super excited because she's actually from Massachusetts, like myself, and she's just she's very inspirational. Like I love her. I follow her on Instagram, and so I had told the producer, I was like, listen, we ended up doing the interview, and after the interview, I had asked my producer if I could just have this video and put it on my YouTube channel. And at the time, I didn't have my YouTube channel at all. There was no Run It with Robin. I literally just had like my acting reel on there. And the producer was like, absolutely not. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm not getting paid like you're telling me I'm supposed to. Like, I probably got like a $10 Metro card and like $20 through PayPal. And I've been working with him for like maybe 4 months, 4 to 6 months.
Wow.
So yeah. So then that's when I said, you know what? If I got Maria on my own, I'm pretty sure I can get other people on my own. And that's how my YouTube channel, Run It with Robin, got started.
Cool. I
Yeah.
love perseverance. Girl, you have grit.
Yeah, I was not gonna, like, I deserve to get paid, and if I'm not, I might as well just work, for myself, and then, I'll work my way up and eventually get paid, doing what I love. So
Yeah. Actually, that kind of ties in with my next question, because you mentioned um, you wanted to get what you deserved. Like, you fully knew you were not being compensated for your worth. You weren't taking it like personal. It doesn't seem like, and beating yourself up that you weren't getting paid. Maybe you weren't good enough. You were like, no, I'm going to do this on my own because I'm worth it. So
yeah.
how do you define love? And for you, is there even a difference between love and self-love?
I think that in order to love, you have to love yourself first, right?
Mhm.
You can't love anybody if you don't even love yourself, so it definitely, love starts with you, and how you look at yourself, how you feel about yourself. It's not always like, cherries on top of a sundae for me. Like, it's work. Loving yourself is work, and knowing that you deserve the best, or like better than, what some people have to offer, whether it's a relationship, whether it's friendship, or whether it's even a job. Like, if I didn't love myself, I would probably still be, maybe working for this guy and not getting paid. But I was like, no, like, I deserve to get paid, and he's not being a man of his word, so I'm moving on.
Yes. Yes. So I saw something today. I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw this one post, and it said, um, it's okay to be selfish. And then it said self love and self worth. and I kind of got it, meaning selfish as in like loving yourself. But then at the same time, when you see the word selfish, you think of something like being greedy. And it has like almost like a negative type connotation. So it's like, is this like basic? Is this the best way to put it?
I mean, I think that sometimes it might be, because sometimes you have to be selfish in order to love yourself, you know? I've learned in the past few years, watch what happens when you say no to people.
Yes.
You see their character change and you're like, wow. And there's power in just saying no.
Yes.
You know, I used to be a huge people pleaser. And that was something that I don't know. I feel like I wasn't loving myself because I would do things just because I didn't want the person to be upset with me, or, you know, you're just pleasing that person. But in all honesty, I wasn't loving myself. You know, I didn't want to do things, but I just did it to please people, to make them happy. But at the end of the day, I wasn't happy myself, you know? So I think you do have to be selfish. You know, you have to say no sometimes. If you don't feel like doing something, it's okay,
Yeah.
you know? And I have to say that to myself, like, Robin, it's okay. If you don't want to do this, say no,
Right.
you know?
So one of my favorite words, actually.
Is it? I'm still learning, but it does feel good when I say no.
It keeps people from taking advantage.
That too, that too. And people, they definitely will. If you allow them, if you enable them, and that's another thing that also has to do with like just loving yourself. Be aware of what you enable people to do. You know, if I let you, if I think it's okay that you're not consistent with, you know, with the friendship or the relationship, you're always gonna think it's okay to just, you know, not be consistent, and that's not what I want. So it's like, okay, you have to also like say it. You have to communicate with a person too.
Yes.
You know?
Love does not equal you use me as your doormat.
Right. Or you know
Yeah.
everything that I'm already thinking. Like you do have to, you know, you have to play your part and communicate that too. But yeah, also like, you know, we're not doormats. You can't use me, you know? So it's also, love is also like, you know, having boundaries,
Yeah.
you know?
Even for yourself, sometimes you have to have, I feel like I have to have boundaries for myself. So for example, it's sometimes hard for me to go to bed when I know I should, right?
Okay.
I'm like, oh, I just can get this done and I can get that done. And then all of a sudden it's like 11 o'clock and I'm like, but I have to be up at 5 o'clock. And I know that like without my 8 hours of sleep, I'm literally grumpy. So where's the boundary that I'm putting myself on? So it's sometimes even like, I find putting boundaries on me, not just even on other people.
Yeah, that too. Like even like with like just like social media, sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm going to take the day off and not look at it. You know, because you can just spend countless hours looking and scrolling and you're like, what did I just do in the past 2 hours, you know?
Right.
So, yeah, I think you also have to have boundaries for yourself too. I think you're absolutely right, Beth. I think so. It's important. And that's also a part of self-love, having boundaries on yourself. Like, no, I'm going to eat healthy. I'm not going to, you know, eat all this junk food that I want, you know?
Right. I'm going to eat that kale. So for you, what is the connection between self-love and beauty?
I think self-love and beauty go hand in hand. I think like for me right now, I'm trying to eat better, you know, just cuz I'm on camera, you know, like it's important to I have no makeup on right now, but it's important to like just eat better, drink a lot of water, hydrate myself, you know, and you're loving yourself when you're eating right, when you're exercising, when you're taking care of your skin. That's a part of self-love too. So I feel like they really do go hand in hand.
It does. And I think I love that you said that you're on camera right now with no makeup.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that really teaches us how to love ourselves, like our own natural beauty. There was a point where I just went around, I did mascara, but for like about 6 months, 7 months, I didn't wear eye makeup
Mm.
because I felt like subconscious about like the veins on my eyes. And I was like, no, this isn't right. Like, that's not really me loving myself. So I had to like learn how to accept my beauty naturally. it just took my makeup off.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. I mean, I don't do it all the time. I mean, I'm at home, but like if I had an event to go to or something, I would definitely have like makeup on. But I mean, it's okay also to just, be able to go out and not have makeup on or not feel like it. So that's why I am working on just eating better and like taking care of my skin so that I can wear less makeup, and I don't have to depend on that to feel pretty when I'm like in public.
Yes, being comfortable in our natural.
Our own
I look
skin.
up like this, and
Yeah,
you really can be.
you really did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you really did.
exactly.
It's like ultimate self-love beauty to me.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So, you are also, being that you're a media personality, but you've done acting, and I see that you're doing modeling. You have like some gorgeous photos on your Instagram.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
you're welcome. Maybe you did just wake up like that and just go
Girl,
out and
no, no. I curled my hair. I did my makeup.
But what are your styling tips for photo shoots? And maybe also if you could toss a couple tips in for someone who's working on a budget.
Okay. I think for styling tips, I love to be comfortable, so I like wear things that are very comfortable, and that make me feel sexy. I feel like sometimes sexy isn't just like wearing nothing. Sexy, you can be so sexy wearing a really nice pair of jeans that fit in all the right areas. I love a good pair of jeans. Or, you just put a really nice top on and you feel good. So I feel like being comfortable in whatever you're wearing is definitely something that I feel makes me feel sexy. And then as far as like I do my own hair when I do these shoots, or I have like a friend of mine, she'll like do like fun little styles for me, but usually it's like I try to like just curl my own hair. I have short hair now. It used to be much longer, but I chopped it up and that like totally helps. Like it makes me want to actually do my hair. So, and then as far as like also makeup too, like I try to do, I just do my own makeup, and the more I do it, the more better it gets, eventually. Like I don't want to have to, depend on makeup artists. I want to be able to do my own makeup, like glam and everything, so that one, you're saving money, but also you're just saving time, because going to the hair salon or going to a makeup artist, that takes time. Yeah, so I'm like I don't know how long we're going to be in this pandemic, but I mean, by the time we're out of this, I'm praying and hoping that I'll know how to do my hair, my makeup will be on point, and that I won't have to rely on people, because if you're traveling and you don't know people in the state, you don't know any makeup artists in the state, and it's like I don't know, I don't trust everybody with my skin.
I agree. The people that I work with, I know are really good about cleaning their brushes, right? Those
Yeah,
are, yeah. So that's what I look for in as a photographer partnering with a makeup artist is, are they clean? Do they keep their product clean?
yeah, is there
Not
hygiene?
everyone
Yeah.
does. So yeah, you're right. It's something to really think about.
Yeah, and I think someone like if they're on a budget, like YouTube, there's so many tutorials, there's so many really great makeup artists on YouTube that you can just literally click and watch, and like just practice at home, practice, if you have a day off and you're just lounging around, do your face, or do your hair. Because honestly, practice makes perfect, so you might as well just practice. And also I get really inspired by like different looks. I think it was in April. I was doing this Audrey Hepburn. I was like, I want to be like the Indian Holly Golightly.
I
So I
remember
just,
that.
yeah, so I recreated images that she did, and from Breakfast at Tiffany's, and I loved it. And it just put me into like this totally different character, and I thought it was so fun. So like you just get inspired by like people. I love entertainment, so there's so many different like, so, I mean, Halloween's coming up. I'm sure like people are gonna try to like get inspired by someone,
Yeah.
and like I love watching, like I have a lot of friends who are makeup artists, or like they're in the beauty industry, so they'll like transform themselves into something else, and I love seeing people play makeup and, you know, dress up. So
Cool. Yeah,
yeah.
I think that my favorite thing that you said, although I liked everything you said, was because it's true. It's good to know how to do for yourself if you can't, get the hairstylist that you need or makeup artist. But I liked how you started with picking outfits and clothing that you're comfortable in, and that's like the first thing I always tell my clients as well. Like, wear whatever feels good on your skin,
Yeah.
because
And,
that's. I'm
oh no,
sorry.
go ahead. Sorry. No, go ahead.
Hi, go ahead.
No. I was just saying, yeah, because I mean, when you're comfortable, you know what makes you feel comfortable, sexy, beautiful. You know how that feels. It really helps with the photo shoot too, because when you feel good, it's easy to project onto the camera. So
Yeah, that's what I was gonna actually say. Is you just show up differently. Like, you walk out like, "Hey, I
yeah,
arrived." Yeah,
exactly. You feel different because you know what looks good on you.
and I think it would be great, even just to keep in mind for people who are listening, like, every day. You know,
Yeah.
it's so
It
good
doesn't have to
to
be a photo shoot.
dress.
Every day, like if, just going out, even when I work out, I like put together really cute outfits because it just makes me feel cute. And it's like, okay, I'm ready to work out. I feel good about myself. So yeah, make it like a daily thing where you look good for you.
Yes, for you.
Yeah, most importantly for you.
Yes, for you. Definitely, I agree. So, can you share with the world how they can connect with you? Like, where can they find you at?
Sure. I'm on Instagram. It's my handle is Run It With Robin. They can also go onto my YouTube channel, which is also Run It With Robin. And I also have a Facebook page, which is Run It With Robin. So yeah, it's Run It With Robin all across the board.
Awesome. That's so
Yeah.
easy. So is there any last thoughts that you would like to share?
Um, any last thoughts I want to share? I would just say, as far as like self-love, just I would say remember your worth. Remember what you deserve. When you have to question something or someone, just remember, like, I was just like thinking about it the other day. Like, there are people who um they'll they'll add deposits, but there's also people that will take withdrawals. And so just ask yourself, like, is this person, or is this whatever it is, it could be a friendship, it could be a relation, whatever it is, are they adding or are they taking away? And just, I think part of self-love is just remembering like what you deserve. And part of self-love is also like how you feel when you're around certain people or certain energies, whatever that is.
Good. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome, Beth.
So yes, remember your worth and how people are making you feel.
Yeah.
They're exhausting and draining your energy. Probably not a great idea.
Right. And also don't be that person to them either.
Right.
It's not always like you had said earlier, before we got on, like how sometimes it's us, sometimes we're the ones. Like, also reflect on yourself. Self-reflection is important. Look at there might be some stuff, some funkiness about me that I'm not seeing. And so like sometimes it's good to just self-reflect and be like, okay, what could I have done better in this situation? Or how am I being a better friend to this person or a better family member? So also look at, like, self-love is also looking at yourself and seeing, like, is there a pattern when it comes to this, my dating life or something, whatever it is. And kind of like checking yourself too. I think that's important. It's hard to do,
Yeah.
but I think it's definitely part of loving yourself, is also seeing the things that might be a little funky about yourself too.
Yeah. It may not be you, it may be me.
Right. So
No,
yeah.
and it's important to still be gentle, I think, with yourself when you're doing it, because it's easy, I know, at least for me, to then go into I'm gonna beat myself up over it.
Oh yeah, I'm very hard on myself when it comes to like my profession, when it comes to like you know, just myself. Sometimes we do that. We're like our worst enemy, you know? And so, yeah, I'm learning that right now. Like, Rob, you got to be gentle with yourself. Be gentle, but you can't be so rough and hard on yourself, because you can kind of stay in that place if you're really, you know, because our mind can just play crazy things on us, you know? And so, yeah, you got to be gentle with yourself and know, okay, you know, you learned everything in life is a lesson. And going forward, you know, there might be things that I can do and be a better person, you know, moving forward. So, yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Robin.
Laura, thanks, Beth. Thank you for even asking me to do this.
Oh, it was my pleasure. So follow her on, it was Run With It, Robin. Or
Run it
Run with Robin. I'm gonna put all the contact info in the.
Yeah, Run It with Robin.
Thank you.